Hi, welcome to Ocean Yemi's channel. Huh, I done 3 lives in a couple of hours, a space of I don't know how many hours already. These women have me so peed off, it's unbelievable how some people will go to a measure and still take no accountability for their actions. Anyhows, um hopefully I will get some information, so it's fine. You can block me away, it's fine. I'm gonna show my little compilation. I think that's the word, right? And I'm gonna compile put them together on this one video because it just shows you how this thing build up to where it is now. And this lady is so feisty with her ranking self. Yes, and the reason why I'm talking quiet because it's nighttime right here, right now. Can you imagine, right? Right now, picture this now, my peoples. You just spent whole day training so you can go do what you got to do so you can better yourself. And this gal come and 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 I don't know what she's trying to do or what she wants to achieve or whatever, right? She has skills and she's not even using them. Now, like you can learn agriculture, and you know what's so strange? I've seen people that was in her camp that is doing more than what she's doing in Africa. Now, ain't that a bitch? I found most of them, except for one or two, who's still doing the same old stuff, sitting on their ass asking for money. But there's one or two who's actually doing the work. They're actually in the village. They're growing banana. They're all around the place. They're eating of the country. They're not fronting on IG. Not at all. Not at all. Totally different. This gal called Light Body, whatever, about she is what's it, spirit protection, whatever. I think people need protection from you, if anything. And so she's targeting certain channels because certain channels is talking about her. So it seems there's something going a brewing, but whatever it is, right? Whatever it is, right? Now, my peoples have spoken in the comments, and you know what? It's quite deep because even they can see through your BS and your fuckeries. And because like even me, a big woman, right? You come from trading. Now it's like 1:13 over here. I just done finished doing my homework for my training, right? And I know there's many people out there who's training to change their career and doing loads of stuff. There's even one lady called Jessica, and she trained to be a herbalist, right? She's been to 3 parts of Africa, and there's you there in Africa taking the piss. And you know what really ticks me off? Because I know people's been there, done some stuff, either, formulate foundations and all sorts. And you're there sitting on your ass asking for cash apps and shit. But anyways, I already said my point of view. I already addressed the fool once already. So I'm now address it again. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play the videos, what I got, and play them together. I'm gonna try and play them together, the ones I have. I might not even stay on here long. I might just play them and then I'm gonna go because it's late and I gotta get some sleep because I gotta get right and early. I got a child to drop to school and I gotta go to my training today. Right. So she in a hot climate where you can learn agriculture, you can learn to grow banana, cassava, all sorts of foods, all sorts. You just go. It's just about meeting the right people, making the right connections, and learning of the country. Now, I'm gonna show some of the people that left her. Okay, there's a couple, and they're literally living in the so-called tropics, but they're actually doing the work. So some of them is actually doing the damn work. She, on the other hand, wanna mimic the Nature Boy template so hard. But anyways, you can carry on because the more you do, the more you're gonna be seen, and you're gonna be seen by a lot more people. And I hope loads of people take up your story and expose you for the the scammer that you are, because you are a scammer and you are begging. And what you're doing, you're going on people's emotional thing because your daughter, like I said, she's 17. I didn't, like I said, I mean, I know that the child's 17. I'm there thinking she's in her 20s and stuff. Then when they say what they said, I'm like, wow. Anyways, like I said, I ain't gonna be too long because, like, boy, I need to go rest myself, rest my class. I had to go and do my necessary to go improve my life and improve my liberties and my surroundings and everything else. She playing over there right now. You're playing. And what's worse, you're in a whole flipping continent. You're in the continent, right? The darks, they call it the darkest continent. The so-called used to call it that before. Yeah? You're in the continent and you're playing Ross, and you're aiming, like I said, you're aiming, you're targeting me because you're pissed off with Grand Empress, whatever her name is, who's another joker, but I am gonna say she's another joker, right? She's another joker. So, you know, right? So I'm gonna play the constellation. Hold on. Let me just show from one scene to the other the change of the voices, how the voice tone has changed. Let me show show the stupid woman and her chop itself. Let me see if we can find it. Okay, this is one.
No. It was basically like right now I don't want to talk to you because I'm upset that you're pregnant. So let's not even talk about that. So we never had a chance to even have this discussion at all. Home birth for the win, hey. Me for sure. You're a young and able body. Home for sure, exactly. Mm-hmm. Have confidence in yourself. Keep your mind positive. Mm-hmm. Yes, afterwards the mother needs no wrong to care for her. Yes, I'm grateful for you guys' healthy perspectives. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Yes, we do need more of this for sure. More support. Sure. That's good. That's great, actually. Mm-hmm. Exactly, because you especially for the young women and women who have never gave birth. True. That's true. That's so true. Yes, we need more people like us who's already experienced with having children to, be able to talk and guide those who don't have any or who is in the process of having, so we can share, how it feels to, like, you would ask me questions like, how does it feel when the baby kicks and how does it feel when, so being here to answer those questions. The curiosity. Yes. That. So it's really exciting to share because how it feels, and so you can kind of picture how it feels, but you really don't know how it feels. But I try my best to explain how it feels, even though I know you don't know what it feels like. But you will soon. You said it feels like intense, like cramps. And the question, are you having a baby in Africa or in America? Where would it be? I'm having it here in the motherland, of course. So the baby is African. Oh, yes. Half African, half American. That's right. The new breeds, them. Yes, Yes, I'm delivering a baby here in Africa. The mixed breed babies, them coming to y'all from Africa. We need to have more merges like this, you know? African American coming back home and reuniting with their original love, you know, the original love. And they come together and create. I have heard that. The hospitals here, when you're delivering a baby, they will force that baby out of you. The doctors here are very rude. That's what we heard. Stories that they can be rude in the hospital. They would be like, come on, chop, chop, deliver this baby. That's how the African doctors are here. So, I don't know. That's a good hospital. One. Baby moving feels like bubble guts. That's a good description. That's a good one to describe it. Having bubble guts, the bubbly, yes. That's a good description. Nikio, yes, like I was talking about, right? Hold on, can I talk about that a little? Yes. The merging of, you know, the two. Okay, the African Americans that descended from Africa, right? And they got, of course, on slavery, all that stuff happened in America. So when you come back to America, it's like you're reuniting with your original self. So the merge of the two.
Yes. And she didn't even explain it right anyway. So she just had chat. She don't even know the information properly. You just had chat. Anyways, the next one I'm gonna show is where they didn't get the support, how the daughter was going on, right? Who I thought was in her 20s. By this time she's only about 17, right? And bear in mind, they're in the continent. So if you're in the continent, you will not have time to stand up on step and make video and chat shit all after for how long? Maybe 2 hour, an hour video chatting shit, right? And then you think that this is okay what you are doing. Well, anyways, I'm gonna try not to rant and rave because I did that earlier. Okay. So anyways, let me play the next one. She looks so mad.
The one truth, because you were forced to go to school. Your mother had to beat you if you even resisted going to school. You were forced to sit down for 8 or 9 hours and sit there like a puppet and just be quiet and submit to the system. That was by force. You didn't have a choice, or else your mother would be arrested. That's illegal to not go to school in the system if you're under the age of 18. Or 16, sorry. Right. You were forced to go to church. They got some grandmothers out there that will beat your ass if you don't go and wake up at 6 a.m. to get yourself ready to put on a fucking dress to be fake in church. That's true. Listen to that fake invisible truth. That's true. To believe in that invisible God. You was forced to believe in that invisible God. You was forced.
At this point, they're doing downloads now. So let's hear the ramblings of an idiot.
It was not by a choice. When we were in back in the days in Africa, right? Before the savages came, we were speaking our African language. We did not know fucking English. They had to come in with their bullshit language. Yes. Force us, beat us to learn the English language. That's how we know the English language now. Because of the white people. Because of our oppressors. That's why we know. Yes. It was by force. So we gotta use that same force of being mentally enslaved to free our fucking selves. We gotta use that same force, that same pressure. Right, not beating nobody, but the same pressure as in, no, not beating, but mentally on our toes. We gotta be on our toes mentally. True. We have to be on the knowledge. We have to be always studying, always practicing the knowledge. We gotta be living out the knowledge. We can't be playing around. It's not a game. Because this is a spiritual warfare. Yes. Against the physical and the non-physical. We are spiritual beings. They made us forget.
Yes, Angel, she pregnant. She's 17-year-old girl and she pregnant. She there carry baby. She a big woman. She just, right, the milk not even left her mouth yet. And she there, a baby, having a baby, basically in a nutshell. I think I got Puma, but I'm not even sure whether I got him on the video because of all this fuckeries today. Right. You see when I showed this, and however, man, These people, terrible, terrible. She terrible. She terrible. You know, she was in Jamaica, right, and other places. Though in the West Indies, mothers do actually give their little girl children to the man them, so the man can look after them in the house. And she is West Indian, so I know she has that mindset. That's exactly what she did. And she did it twice, right? So she's using her carnal mind and gone to Africa with a carnal mind. She could have said to her daughter, right, don't go getting into trouble with the locals or whatever. Let us just get to know them first, or whatever, whatever. Fair enough, right? When you're 20 and all that stuff is different, right? 20, 30 is different. When you're 17, right? She just now finished latch onto her mother's breast. And the mother have a whole 4-year-old that's in Puerto Rico with strangers right now. Well, strangers could so-called friends, let's call them so-called friends, as she calls them, right? He's a little 4-year-old boy. Right, my daughter's 5, so she must have had him before I had my one. I don't know, a year or two before I had my daughter. And in most of the lives, you see them shaking their ass, twerking. Even big mother, this our mother here, thinks she young. She must think she young. She thinks she thinks she mutton, right? So this has been going on for a long time. From my understanding, it's been going on a long time. So obviously, when I come and I see, pardon me, what they are doing, right? And I start listening and observing. And when I observe and I see certain things, and that's when I work out exactly what was going on. And she don't like it when you see her. Okay? She don't like it when you see her. She have a problem when you see her. Okay. Now, fair enough. I did hear in passing about Crown Minilin and all that stuff and all that, but I couldn't remember what I seen her face. I didn't know that she was one of them who went to Hawaii with the children when they were younger, including the 4-year-old. I didn't know. So when she was explaining about the child, I didn't even clock what the hell was going on until when she said what she said. Because, mind you, when I was recording it, I fell asleep halfway through the recording and I had to listen the following morning. And I did not know that she had a child. Or maybe I think I heard it in passing as I was doing the live. Now, my thing is, the tones change in each of the lives. The tone change. Hi, London man. The tone change in the voice. When she find that the supporters won't give in her, she start use all kind of tactic, right? Now in Trinidad they call it tricky and charney. Okay, so she use tricky and charney tactics now, right? She used the emotional. She used her sister. Her sister was maintaining her ass in Puerto Rico as well, but the sister died, right? According to the story, because right, sometimes you don't know people's story, fair enough. But then she dare use it upon the supporters to get the money. Now they're all breaking down tears and oh, you're heartless, you're heartless. No, it's not about being heartless. People see through your efforts and they are not feeding you like before. So for me to put my mind at rest, I'm gonna put this out. I put out 2, and I think we have 2 more to do. Okay? And the Grand Empress herself, I'm gonna try and get a video of her. So people who is from the Nature Boy sector who remembers her, because Grand Empress was gonna give one of her boy children to Nature Boy, the way how she used to put him on camera and inappropriately kiss him and all this foolishness. And these people really think it's okay because what they're trying to create is another sidewind of the cult. Now, mind you, she think my whole channel set upon her. Now, if she had any brain, right, you will go through all the videos that I've done and you'll see I only started talking about your ass last year with your F3s, right? And you are so bold and out of order. But anyways, I'm not going to go on off her because I already addressed her side already. But anyway, let me just clear this up. Let me find it again. Let's play the thing because peoples are full of shit. Right now, this is the next change of tone when they find the money now come to them.
Oh, I was close. It was close. I told you I was like AO. I knew it was an AO. She put the A, but I was so close. How did I? Okay. I'm pulling out the Spanish. The Spanish. Wait, I have a question. Is your mom's from Fajardo? No, she. Oh, I think. Where is she? Where is she from, Victor? He said she had family. Remember, he said she had a sister, somebody that was in Fajardo. I remember him saying his mom is she from Fajardo? I want to know. But I think you said she has family or someone or somewhere. I think it was Fajardo, if I believe. Yeah. But yeah, experiences are good. You can never forget. The beaches, and then you can go to Seven Seas. Seven Seas. Her dad is from Port Fajardo. Wow. Oh. Wow. I remember him saying something about a family member being right here in Fajardo. So you remember, yes, that's facts. Wow. And you can go to the Seven Seas beach. It's so.
You can't even bother listen to them bloody voices. The voices I get on my ass nerves, right? Okay. So basically, every single time, like this live, that live at the time was when they was talking about, I think they was talking about the receipts, what they had on the Grand Empress, because the Grand Empress was meant to get the refund from the airline. The airline she supposedly the tickets that she supposedly missed, right? And she got a more better place than the place she had because she was living before. They was living in rural Africa, rural Uganda, basically, where the place was quite simple. But they seemed like they were living comfortably. I mean, like they had the couple struggles or whatever's going on at the time. I mean, I ain't gonna be mad at you if you're struggling, because when you're struggling, that's a whole different story. But when you use it as a crutch now to come and get the monies from the people, them, and you're there cry upon camera. Now, I never put up a video of you crying, so that's one thing I never do of anybody that I'm following or putting up. I either put them doing something or they're going to museum or they're doing something or something. I don't know, right? Or just their stories. That's mostly what I do. I don't do anything else. I don't go and delve into your ass business because when I know your name, okay, I wouldn't want nobody to come and look up my name, okay? So I don't understand why you're so, what you call it, pressed. That's the word well, I think that's how the Americans say it. I don't know how you're so pressed. You're pressed for what? Right? Right? If I came at you, that's different. But me not come at you. So for me to go and go type underneath with your video, there's something push me to do that. Right? And you, instead of you come straight and say whatever, so we can have the reasoning, so we can straighten it out, because you say you go by vibes and you go by vibes. Well, your vibes must be off key because you obviously cannot identify when people are trying to tell you to your backside fierce what is what. Because I, for one, do not go on, and I, for one, do not go and okay, I think I done one video on one person, right? Since I've been on here, one person, right? But that was because my channel name got put into the title. But apart from that, I don't even look upon that now because people will be people. Okay. Hi, Hood Therapy. Hi, Miss Real. Miss Real. I don't look upon them thing there. Okay. I am a grown ass woman, right? I got 2 years before I turned 50, and you wanna come play my fierce like as though me and you is size or age or whatever, right? You go on like you're a teenage woman. The way how you talk to your daughter, you think you and her is size, okay? Right? So even if my children, now I give an example, I have a whole 22, 23-year-old here. One time she was rude. When she leave out the house, she said, "Sorry, mom." Da, 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 da. Your daughter don't give me those inklings there that you and her have them levels there because I just straight. If you have them levels there, right? Even when you was talking to her about the book, she start get antsy and anxy. And I'm thinking, wow, she didn't even want to talk to you. She was giving you one word answers. One word answers. Okay. And you there want to eggs up because your daughter having baby. How many mothers online have children, grown children that is, not teenage children, that's having babies? Okay, but we don't come on here, we don't show their stomachs and say, oh yeah, but you need a dress and all this. That means you will sell your daughter for a penny. So you're one of those. Now, I've also highlighted a woman who work with children where their parents will give them away for drink, will give them away for cigarettes, will give them away for all sorts of things. And this is in Africa. So if you think those Ugandans are going to sit down and watch you do Ross and then I say nothing to you, you think because you got locks upon your head that that's a status. You know, looks don't mean nothing nowadays, you know, because the looks you have to be upright and hopeful sometimes. You have to hold yourself a certain way, right? And if those Ugandans see that you are not who you say you are, right, you better be sure Africa do not play. I keep telling you this. Africa do not play. So even if you don't put nothing online, right, even if we don't see, right, Africa will not play with you because you're in the continent. You're not in America. You're not in Puerto Rico. Oh, and another thing, how can you be taking food from total strangers? Now, suppose they put something in the food. Do you not think of that? But you just go with the vibe, you go with the flow. The hippie era's left how long ago? This is 2023 now. Okay? You have to be on your P's and Q's where people is concerned. You and your daughter is out there with your fast self. You there get a free ride to go to Uganda. You took it, and you and her is there. And because you want to just sit down and get donations and think it's all right to get donations, that people that you just sit on your ass. Like I said, Ugandan has many materials, many stuff over there. Shea butter is one of the biggest ones, I think. Shea butter, and I think they got some next material that is very, very that most what's it when imported from the place is very valuable and can be used over in the West. Now, if you don't know and you ain't done your research, I mean, I know what to tell you again. Okay, now you want to take step from the ocean as well. So, like I said, I mean, I understand what's people think with ocean yemi. I mean, I know. I don't know what them a problem. I mean, somebody have to answer my question because this woman takes it upon me because I said in Logos Ashay comment section that they were begging, and I spoke about the ebook because she did not know what you lot been up to. Okay, she was talking when she only talked about your daughter with the belly because I think everybody knows when your daughter and Adam was together. So that's what she was complying it to. And I was saying to her, no, it's a Uganda man called Puma, right? And they're calling him your husband, your play husband, right? Because the daughter's 17 and the man's probably in his 20s, okay? So, like I said, you will sell your daughter for a coin because, like I said, in the West Indies, this is known of those things happening. And you of Guyanese descent, of being a West Indian yourself, you chose to do it and you've done it twice with your daughter. Now, the next one I'm going to show is the one where she talk about her sister who died, who used to help her. Mind you, I don't even know all these details. I don't know about all them Ross. You're the one who put it all on IG, right? No one asked you your business. You put it out on IG, your far self. And then you're complaining when people wanna show it to them, to the people to know about you, and you're think yourself, okay? So I'm gonna show where she used her sister because I can't remember how far in the live or whatever, but they started talking about her sister that died and the family that was looking after her, making sure she's okay. And they was doing it in Puerto Rico, and I think from when they were in Puerto Rico, and she was able to somehow get money to sustain herself in Puerto Rico. She just can't hold the corner now. Anyways, oh, and also if you see on the community wall where I spoke to her, and she telling me about division. She told me about division. But ain't you doing the same thing the oppressor was doing to Africa in the first place? You're going there sucking their sucking the life out of Africa. You're doing exactly the same thing, aren't you? Or do you not realize that? Now you have all these nice words and buzzwords to say. You have a whole phone in your hand. You can go look up about Selassie. You can look about the Mau Mau's and the hairstyle, the reasonings behind the locks. Locks is not just to wear like that, okay? Locks have um reasonings behind the locks. Fetish priests wear locks, okay? And they will tell you that in Africa, straight up, okay? Fetish priests, special churches wear locks and stuff like that. But you just want to play this role. I don't know why you want to play this role so hard. This natural life. But yesterday you're talking about living in some next place. If you're living so natural, you'll be out in the, as London man would say, in the sticks, doing the growing, learning the plants, the herbs, how you do this, how you do that. Africans like it when you question them on certain stuff. Okay, they like it when you question them about their traditions, their culture, the food, everything. They like that, but you have to be wary of. I mean, like they say, in every, what you call it, community, there is good and bad. So you have to know who to talk to and who not to talk to. You have to know your surroundings. That's just principle. But like me said, me now gonna stay on here long. I mean now go on to no speech because I think I done my speech earlier. So let me just play the next one where she talk about her sister.
You came to Africa. This juice is still fresh. I'm still dealing with that. My sister is not even here, right? But my sister now, we made amends because she also was judging me for doing what I did too, for leaving, going to starting this journey. But we actually made up. My sister apologized. This is when she was young. That's my sister, y'all. That's when she was younger, a teenager. My sister and her husband passed away in a car accident. Both of them together. They died together 6 months ago. We was in Costa Rica when this happened, right? And she has 4 kids. So my sister also has 4 children that my mom now has to raise. But before my sister died, we had a really good relationship. She wanted to come to Costa Rica with us. She was waiting on her passport to come. She was so happy to see her sister happy. She was like, do your thing, y'all doing great. She was like, I love y'all. She was like really supportive of us. This right here. Yeah. This is my sister and her husband. They just passed away, not even 6 months now. 6 months now, my sister passed away. She has 4 kids, y'all. Has 4 children. My sister has been helping us. And 2 of them have no mother and no father. Right. My nieces are no parents now. My nieces and my nephew has no parents at the moment. But my sister, before she passed away, she was helping us. If I needed help, my sister would be there for me. She would help us. My sister flew all the way to Florida to help us. But now that she's gone, my family turned their backs on us because she's gone. They don't want to help us now because they said, well, you're my sister. She was the reason why. She was the reason why. They basically said she was the reason why the bridge of the family was together. And now they said they would never help us. They would never help us ever again. I texted my blood cousin. I said, yo, I'm pregnant right now. And we going through a financial situation. Right. I'm hungry. We just got robbed. And she said, and she just left it on scene. Yes, she's still watching us. Yes, she's still watching the stories. Yes. And she said, oh, I'm not going to be like her. I'm not going to help y'all. Yes. How cold is that? Her and my grandmother, her own grandmother. Like this. My sister was not like this at all. She would not like this at all. She would not agree to this shit at all because my sister used to help me. My sister used to help us. We may not have the best relationship, but what I'm telling you, I could tell you before she died, we had a good relationship. She tried her best. I got screenshots of my sister telling me how happy she is for us. My sister wanted to come. She was like, I want some sun, yeah. I want to get out of here. She was saying she wanted to get out of the cold. She wanted to come to get some heat. She wanted to come spend time with us. She was working on that right before she passed away. Thank you, Shawty. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Source Empress. We got that in common. We got the son in common. She has a 4-year-old also. And people judging you for getting help for your children. My own grandmother is not even helping us. She said she's so much mourning so much. She's like, she don't want to hear no more bad news. Like basically just said like that's the end of our relationship basically. Just because she has to raise 4 of her grandkids on her own.
I don't want to hear no more of their voices no more anyway. I'm glad. Good. I'm glad I'm blocked from your ass because, like, man, I will go upon that live and I will. Man, I was waiting for her to open that live today. She lucky she blocked me. Hi, Soama. I was gonna go on that live today and I was gonna pepper her. Because you say so much things. You see, you talk about you talk about your family. No one asked you about your family or whether they were helping you or none of that. You spoke it on the IG. You speak out all your stuff on the IG, right? Nobody asks you anything. The most they ask you is how are you doing there? And I think the next one was, what happened? Did you get the refund for the flight? Right, that's what I saw in the comments. I saw people bigging you up on what you're doing, how you're over in the continent. I didn't see nobody throwing Ross in your head. Even Cola James asked you a straight question and you answer her and you said, no. Cola James said to you, are you not going to go to the American embassy to try and get another flight to come out to go to Texas? And then you said, no, the job is gone. Okay. And that was the job you was meant to get. That's the job that you was meant to get so you can send money over to your daughter, which I don't even think she should stay there by herself. That you was meant to send money over to your daughter so that she can maintain herself while you are in the Americas. Instead, what you did, you went straight to seem like the airport. I'll say seem because you said you got distracted by a man and this and that and the other and the other and the other, and then you ended up not getting on the flight, which is a load of bullshit. Because when even when people's late for flights, so they sleep in the airport till they go to the time, or they try to rebook the flight. From what I know, because my peoples used to travel a lot, they try to rebook the flight and then they just go. Now, another time somebody asked you about the same job and you said, oh, no, 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 that job's gone. Right. But there'll be others. I'm thinking, wow. So this woman really taking the mickey now. Right. So you is the one who speak your stuff. No one asked you about your business. Right. When people go on IG, for what I know, they use it as business, or they use it as networking, or they use it as something else. They don't be showing themselves whatever. You seem to think you is one young IG girl or something, because like you there twerk on IG like some young thing. Okay? Right? Like I said, you going like mutton. Okay? You have a lamb there, yes, your daughter, but it's like you wanna be, you're either you just tell your daughter what to say and she co-signs what you're saying, or vice versa, or whatever the case may be. But however it goes, it is very suspicious in the movements. The movements is suspicious. And then you want to talk about division. Okay. I done tell you, I could show you people who goes to and from the continent on a regular basis, all form big connections with the Oba of Nigeria. They went to Sierra Leone. They were able to meet the the Mende people, right? He was able to carry at least 10 people back to the continent, to go to festivals, to go to meet the people from the continent, to get their name changed, right? But also for them to see how it lives. They eat in the place, they take them to various places, and they sit in the restaurants and they eat, which is recommended areas. Okay. Dinas Demir don't walk by himself. He walks with a guide from the country. Okay. He don't walk by himself. He don't right. As bad as Dinas Demir is, because I know he has a good and a bad reputation, right? You never see Dinas Demir begging on YouTube, IG, nothing. If anything, he goes over to festivals. So that's the business plan. What he formulated. He formulated a business plan so that he can take others to the continent, so they can see how it is and they can live. Not really live there, but they can be there, be around the people, interact with the people, all sorts of things. I don't see that. I just see you hanging around dreadlocks, locks, which is nothing wrong with hanging around the locks. But because because you got locks in your head, you think that how you have to hang around the locks. But like I said, you have to understand the constitution of Haile Selassie. He's either use priest, use because there's three sets. I already told you there's three sects of Rasta. There's the 12 tribes. There is the Boba Dread, which that Rasta man was a Boba Dread, but he undid his locks in front of you. So I don't think he was a proper priest, because priests don't undo their wraps in front of cameras and stuff like that. Only their wife probably see their hair, or only when there's a Naya Bingi going on, they would unwrap their hair. Well, and even sometimes they don't even unwrap their hair. Okay, so you was just around an ordinary man who have his hair locked up, and you were so invigorated by the locks, how the locks look. Mind you, your daughter have healthy locks, because I can see that she takes care of her hair. But at the same time, you are so caught up in the wrong things. You are a grown woman. Like, once again, you are a grown woman, right? Now, to me, you always have to have a backup plan when we are leaving. When us lot going to the west, go to the continent, we always have to have a backup plan. Like I said, I know a couple people who went to the continent, went to Gambia. I know people who still in Gambia, right? He's making food. They with the once again, they with the locals, teaching them to cook food, teaching them to cook natural food, right? Then there's what's it, Aries, who's in Honduras, even though that's not the continent, but once again, he's around the people, he speaks the language, he's a raw foodist. Now, if you want to be into all that, you have to link up to the people who's dealing with that. Wudamaya does be up and down Ghana, right? So you ain't linking to the right people. You see what I'm saying? And that's what even pisses me off even more. And what you are showing to the Africans is that Americans, I ain't gonna say Africans because some Americans don't like to be known as African Americans, okay? You are showing that Americans are very ignorant and entitled, which is bad because not all Americans who reach Africa behave like that in those ways there, right? They have manners and order when they go down there. Even though sometimes the school system might mess them up, or certain things might happen in Africa, which is disagreeable, right? They would highlight it. You only went to the market, right? You haven't even shown the city. Uganda have a city, right? There's even a lady called Lala something, I can't remember, Lala something. She lives in Uganda. She has a whole 4-year-old who goes to the school and she is over there. She even spoke to a lady who was in Uganda that lives there. Now, what is your excuse? I wonder why you haven't shown various things, right? You just like I said, you're showing the ignorance of Americans, and it's sad. Even the story what you spoke when Puma was sitting, Puma, whatever the heck the man's name is, he there giving a long lecture about connections and connections and connections. Now, another thing, let me tell you, right? When you are talking about picnic, now you coming from the Americas is talking like that. Look at my pic. What the hell? Do you know what a picnic is? Do you know what a picnic is? Or do you know the meanings behind those words? You don't come over like you're a very awoke woman. Nope. With the half and half. What's it? Half and half. Oh, what's it? The child's African or whatever. Do you know if the child's African, that means that they're gonna find it harder to come back over to America as well, because you know what America gives already when it comes to children from them sides there. But you're not looking at all that. No, you're just living in the moment, living in the moment. Now, there's another young lady called Moshon. I haven't got a video of her, unfortunately. Now, Moshon has decided to take herself off social media for a while, but even Moshon is integrated into the African way of living. Okay. Now there's a video somewhere, I don't even know whether, I can't remember where I put it, where you will see Miss Lady Mac, they are Sheikh Shibati. They're on a train going somewhere. Mashon, who's younger than her, didn't even do all that. Mashon sat there and just looked at her. I feel Mashon was embarrassed by those behaviors. Right? She wasn't expecting you to go twerk and shake your ass and all this foolishness. Even if the song is sweet, you sit down and you behave yourself because you are seen as an older woman in Africa. There's matriarch and patriarchal society over there. Yeah, when you're elder, they respect you more when you're older than when you are younger. They were more like in traditional African, especially Nigeria, when they see an elder, they will go flat on the floor and they would greet you. Now, you don't give me those You haven't got the air of regalness about you. You just have this old thing tied around your neck and your man. Anyways, we wish me can go on, but like I have to get up early tomorrow morning. But I shown what I have to show, and I've told I told Ashay what's going on, because you come after her page as well, because you're so wicked. And I remember one of my subscribers saying how wicked you look on the picture, and I went and I found a better picture of you. Okay, I didn't have to do that. It's not that I'm making you look pretty or whatever the case may be, right? You are a wicked woman. I think I've come to that conclusion. You are very wicked, and when you're called out on your shit, you don't like it. You know, you don't like it at all. You know, but I'm gonna try and go sleep, because this woman stir me up I'm so mad. I can't even sleep. I can't even sleep. I have to sleep. Now, everybody in the chat, for those who knows who's on the Instagram, you can go and check it out and look at and see what she'll do over this, because she's full of rubbish. She's full of crap. You know, garbage when you have to put it inside the bin. She's garbage. She's really literally garbage to me. And and I feel that she's been giving her daughter away for a very long time. However long they've been traveling, she's been giving her daughter away to men, not just now, right? So that girl's kind of grown up really quick, so the girl will vouch for her mother no matter what. But anyways, I'm not gonna stay on here long once again, right? Because I'm so vexed right now. I'm fed up of people trying to strike him, trying to strike him my page and all this foolishness. I'm so pissed off with that right now. I'm so pissed off, right? And there's this one all the way in IG land wanna come over here and give me susu, like as though well, I can't even think of the word right now, man. She just on some foolishness. Just on some foolish, and I wish the real rasses would come out and put her on her P's and Q's, because she is not a Rasta lady. She's not. She's not a Rasta woman by no means. She's a fashion looks. Okay? She's a fashion looks. She doesn't uphold certain stuff. There's certain stuff Rasta women do not do. They're all about education. Whatever country they touch down on, they're about educational, or they try to work in the economical climate and they deal. That's how they go through. Or they integrate. If they are doulas, they go, or whatever, they go with a skill over to Africa and they help it. You don't suck it out like as though you is the leech, because you are a leech right now. But anyways, we gonna come off, because boy, the more I think about this woman, I gonna get more and more vexed, and I can't shout and get on because the child asleep and stuff. Yeah, but anyways, let me see who is come to the live. So, hi Fundi Fee, hi Angel, hi London Man, hi Hood Therapy, Miss Real, Jess J, and Soul Armor. Yes, Soul Armor, I'm up late. The woman they have me vex me so badly. She vex me. Can't wait for weekend where I can just chill out and just go drink 1-2 Guinness and chill, because man, she's really take the piss, man. Really taking the piss. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play. I think I did put up the message. I think I've covered that. I put up how they used to look. I've covered that. Trying to think what else I need to do. I can't think what else. But when it comes to me, I go come back live. Right. And if I have to move away from this and let somebody else take it up, I will. somebody else will have to take this up, because you can't let this woman go without showing her, exposing her. You got to expose the woman. I have exposed her thus far, but she blocked me. Okay, and I can't. And I think I got another way of seeing her, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna try and see, but I can only see. Okay, but thank you everybody for passing through, as short as it was, because I've done 3 lives so far today. Well, it's another day. It's like 2 in the morning now. I done 3 lives from yesterday and today. The way how the woman had me vex. She had me vex. I'm just like so peeved with her, man. But anyways, I'm just gonna come off. I'm just gonna try and go to sleep. You know. Whatever else comes up, I'm gonna put on the community wall. Please check the community wall. There's a lot going on the community wall. Check the community wall. And whatever else come up, I'm gonna just try and put up, because man, some people is on some F3s up here, including Velvet. He's now into poly all of a sudden. She's gone back to poly. And there is a lot of stuff going on with the, well, they're not called Crown Menelin no more. They're called the light bodies. There's 2 people called Crown Menelin. Khadija is not just left the guy that she was with, so he's with someone else. And like I said, there is 2 people who's actually doing the eco living, so I might just highlight them. I might put up a poll and highlight them. I might just show their faces so you can see who they are. Because there's people really, really doing the works, right? So you have to sometimes just show them. Hopefully they're not still part of the tribe, but I think that's the woman that left, what she was talking about, who brought them over to Uganda. And then when they broke up, they went off somewhere else, the couple. So it could be her, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna try to work it out and see. But yes, I am gonna come off. Okay. I'm gonna try and go sleep, because man, I need to go sleep. We need to go sleep. Right. So I will see you. I think I have another live to do again, but anyways, I think I'll have to do that after probably the end of the week, because I have to do loads of homework for this thing. Like, my mind gets I have an active mind, so if you that I just pop up randomly at any time. So please put your notification on. I might do a panel at one point. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see. I can't say whether or not I'm gonna do it. I have to see, and we're gonna take it from there. So with that said, thank you for passing through, everybody who passed through. Much appreciated. Thank you for listening to me go on. I'm trying not to go on and on and on like a whiny cow. I don't want to be a whiny cow. But people bring the cowness out of you. So, yes. So I'm just gonna take my leave. Okay. So have a good night, day, whatever. I don't know what time it is in Americas or wherever. Have a good day and night, whatever. And we'll meet up in the comment section, because me loving how everybody are let off on her too. Let off on her, yes. Let upon her, because she's too much. But anyways, let me just go. I'll see you later. Bye. Take care. Bye.